bother you, they never bother me. I feel happy and fine.
There are people right in front of us that are not Colby. Dead? Were they security or were they just people?
It was just three. It was two girls and one guy. It was just people.
Okay, it was just people? So
yeah.
It should be good. What the? Did you get that?
Yeah, I got that. Somebody is screaming.
Someone's screaming bloody murder.
Let's get out of here faster. Come on, guys.
How was that? Dude, that scares the... Whoa. Guys, what the... You hear that? Yeah, get out of here. Go. Guys, run.
Have y'all seen that video going around Twitter? A really graphic video of the victims. This man was actually trying to save their lives. He said his son called him around 3:30 because his son works at H&M, and he rushed over there and he actually got there before first responders. And he was trying to render aid to these victims, and he said while he was trying to do that, people were just recording them.
Do you think anybody was saved by your actions?
I don't know. I lost 3 people, JD, that there was nothing I could do for. And that's tough. And I was on the phone with 911 and I was telling them, we have a mass casualty incident. I never imagined in 100 years I would be thrust into the position of being the first responder on the site to take care of people. The first girl I walked up to was crouched down, covering her head in the bushes, so I felt for her pulse, pulled her head to the side, and she had no face. So when I rolled the mother over, he came out, and I asked him, are you okay? And he said, you know, my mom is hurt, my mom's hurt. So rather than traumatize him anymore, I put him around the corner, set him down. He was covered from head to toe like somebody had poured blood on him. No one can see what they saw today and not be affected by it. It's not a situation that I would wish upon anybody, JD. It's just unfathomable to see the carnage. It's tough when you see a family that's out shopping, having fun, get wiped off the face of the earth because somebody with a gun has some other type of issue.
Born addicted to crack cocaine, little Elisa Izquierdo didn't stand a chance with a mother like hers. Elisa was born in 1989 in Brooklyn, New York to parents Awilda Lopez and Gustavo Izquierdo. Throughout her pregnancy with Elisa, Awilda was abusing crack cocaine, meaning when Elisa was born she actually had to be weaned off the drugs as she was addicted. Gustavo ended his relationship with Awilda when he realised what she was doing, and he vowed to get custody of Elisa. She actually had 2 children from a previous relationship that she'd lost custody of due to her drug abuse, and they were being raised by family members. When Elisa was born, Gustavo actually managed to win custody, and his world revolved around his daughter. He started taking parenting classes and he enrolled Elisa in a preschool in 1990. Unfortunately, his health started to decline and he could no longer afford the tuition fees, but she was a promising student and the principal of the school decided to introduce her to one of the patrons of the school. This was Prince Michael of Greece, and he actually offered to pay for Elisa's tuition fees right up until 12th grade. During her first year of preschool, it came to Gustavo's attention that Awilda had actually beaten her addiction, secured permanent accommodation, got married and become pregnant with her 4th child. She'd also regained custody of her 2 older children. When Elisa was just 2, Awilda applied for visitation rights and she won, meaning that Elisa would go and stay with her unsupervised every other weekend. Shortly after these visits started, Gustavo and also teachers at Elisa's school started to notice bruises. She also began bedwetting and started having regular nightmares. She also told her father at one point that her mother had beaten her and locked her in a closet. Gustavo tried to get Awilda's visitation rights revoked, but it was denied, saying that as long as she didn't beat her daughter, the visitation could continue. In 1993, Gustavo decided to come up with a plan to get Elisa away from her mother permanently. He was from Cuba and still had family there, so he decided to buy tickets for him and Elisa and take her where her mother couldn't hurt her anymore. The tickets were booked for May 26, 1994, but shortly before that, Gustavo started to experience breathing difficulties. He was admitted to hospital and diagnosed with lung cancer. He then sadly died on the exact day he planned to take Elisa to Cuba. On hearing about Gustavo's death, Awilda decided to apply for full custody of her daughter. Due to the previous abuse of Elisa, there were multiple objections to the court from Gustavo's family and also Prince Michael of Greece. Despite that, Awilda was awarded full custody of Elisa. Quick trigger warning for part 2. The details of Elisa's death are quite hard to listen to. Now that she had full custody of her daughter, the abuse of Elisa escalated really quickly. Awilda took her out of her private school and enrolled her in a public school. The school's principal quickly observed that Elisa, now aged 5, was emotionally disturbed, withdrawn, and was having regular toileting accidents at school. The principal and Elisa's teachers also noted multiple bruises, and Elisa had started tearing out chunks of her own hair. On March 20th, 1994, Elisa was admitted to hospital with a broken shoulder. This injury was actually found to be 3 days old. Elisa's teachers contacted social services to say that they thought she was being abused, but this was rejected due to lack of evidence. And in December that year, Awilda actually withdrew Elisa from school permanently. She'd also started using crack cocaine again. With Elisa now permanently at home with her mother, the abuse escalated even more. She was locked in her room for most of the day, was not allowed to socialise with her siblings, and was forced to use a chamber pot kept in her bedroom. She was actually forced to eat and drink the contents of her chamber pot. She was regularly kicked, punched, burnt, and Awilda would hold her upside down and mop the floor with her face and hair. She was hung from a curtain rod for Awilda's entertainment, and she had a heavy chest of drawers dropped on her toes and fingers. She was also sexually abused quite regularly. On November 15th, 1995, Elisa was beaten so badly by her mother that she lost consciousness. Awilda had slammed her head into a concrete wall so hard that she dropped to the floor, and it caused a brain hemorrhage. Elisa lay in the house, lifeless, for 2 whole days. Awilda actually contacted her sister at one point and said that she was laid on the floor with fluid leaking from her nose and mouth. This was found later to be brain fluid. Her sister urged her to call an ambulance, and she said she would the next morning. The next day, a neighbour came round, and Awilda made no attempts to hide Elisa's body. She was laid there on the floor, and the neighbour immediately called an ambulance. Elisa was pronounced dead, and an autopsy showed a catalogue of injuries. She had broken fingers, broken toes, damage to her internal organs, evidence of sexual abuse, and a massive brain injury. Elisa's funeral was held on November 29th, 1995, and there were around 300 people in attendance. Awilda Lopez pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was given a term of 15 years to life. She's been denied parole a number of times, the latest being in 2022.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
I'm on the freeway between Hurricane and Colorado City.
Okay, so you're on SR 59, I believe?
Yes.
Okay. What mile marker?
I don't know. I'm pulled over in the road. My husband's in the middle of the road having a serious, psychosis.
Okay, do you know what mile marker at all?
I have no idea.
Okay. Okay, and is he being violent right now?
He's taking his clothes off. He's running in the street.
What's the phone number you're calling from, in case we get disconnected?
Area code 7.
Okay.
Brian, pick up your shirt.
He told you got it, catch in the flesh.
Okay, and what is he saying? What's he doing?
He's freaking out.
Okay.
He's
do you know what's going on?
No, guys!
How old is he?
Oh my gosh. No, please, I'm afraid he's going to jump in front of a car or something.
He tried to jump in front of a car?
Stop! Stop, Brian! You're going to get hurt, please!
Ma'am? What is your name? What is your name?
My name is Anna Cardall. Will you please get in the car and see Brian? Please!
Ann, I need you to talk to me, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm just afraid he's going to jump in front of a car.
I understand. I need you to tell me, does he have any weapons?
No, please get in the car, Brian.
Has he been drinking?
No.
Anybody been doing any drugs?
No.
Okay.
No, that's the kid. Brian, knock it off. Brian, go. I'm afraid he's going to...
What is he doing now?
This is throwing things. I'm afraid he's going to... Will you please just...
Where's your medicine?
No, you already took it. I already took it. He's got a mental illness.
Is he on meth, you said?
No, mental illness.
Okay. What is your husband's name?
Brian.
Brian, what's his last name?
Ricardo.
Come on, Ed.
Can you...
No! Don't touch her! Don't!
You're doing good.
Brian, listen.
What's on your stomach?
Ann, is your vehicle in the roadway or is it off to the side?
Brian, please stop.
Ann,
What?
is your vehicle in the roadway or is it off to the side?
She's in the car.
No, go pick up the camera. No. Go pick up the camera. Go pick it up. He's just having a freak out. I've given him his medicine, but it's going to take about an hour to kick in.
Okay, what kind of mental illness does he have?
Sorry, what?
What kind of mental illness does he have?
He's been diagnosed with bipolar.
Okay, how long ago did you give him the medicine?
About 15 minutes ago. About 15 minutes ago. My daughter's in the car, and I'm
How
afraid
old is she?
she's 2 years old.
Okay, what is your? Can you spell your husband's last name?
Cardall.
B as in boy, O-R, D as in dog, E-L-L.
I'm sorry, Cardall. Just come fast. I'm
They're
so scared.
coming as fast as they can.
I just want him to. I'm so scared.
They're coming as fast as they can. Okay. What I want you to do.
No, go away. Go. No, don't. Don't even come near.
Ann.
Yes.
Okay, I need you to talk to me. Is he thinking about committing suicide?
No, I don't think so. No.
We need to get in the car!
Talk to my dad. Call my dad. I hate this. Oh, God. My daughter doesn't deserve this.
Has he injured your daughter at all?
I know. But he's scared.
Is anybody here?
No, Brian. Stop.
Go!
I want to sit.
Where'd I see a stop sign?
No, keep your pants. Just sit down. Just sit down. Brian, please. I'm not going to. Just sit. No, just
I know that's funny, huh?
Just sit down, please. Will you please just sit down? No, just sit down. Please just sit down, honey. Right there.
Ann, I want you to know that the right people are coming. They're coming as fast as they can.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I can't do this. I don't know.
Ann, what color and type of car do you have?
I pulled over on the side of the road in a gray Toyota Matrix.
I'm a drill sergeant! I'm a drill sergeant!
Okay, a gray Toyota Matrix. Were you heading towards Hurricane or towards Colorado City?
Towards Colorado City.
Sergeant! This is a fucking drill! This is a fucking
Okay.
Oh, God.
I want you, if it's safe to do so, I want you to observe him continuously, all right?
Oh, I can't help you. I can't.
Tell him boy down! San Diego! And his mom and dad!
No.
And if it's Ann, are you there?
No, I'm not. No. You are not getting in this car.
There's a good garage in California! A good garage! We're going there soon!
I don't want you to hang up. I'm not. No.
Need a key!
No. Nope. No.
What's the sign, Anna?
Nope.
What's the sign? What's the sign, or else I'm going to it? I'm going to the sign! Listen to me, God! My God, my Redeemer, save me! Keep talking. Would you ever like to meet the president?
No.
Yes, well, I want to meet him someday. And if you want Ava to live to see that day, we've got to go now. Live to see that day, we've got to go now. Keep walking.
Don't touch me, Brian. Don't touch me.
Don't touch the car. What's this? Look at me.
Okay, Ann,
How close are you?
they're coming lights and sirens as fast as they can. Can you safely get your daughter out of the car?
He just took all his clothes off. He's naked.
I'm going to take a picture of a raindrop.
No. Get help. You need to put your clothes on, sweetheart.
Do not take yours off now.
No, I'm not. I'm not taking my. No.
Yeah, we're gonna play a game. Listen to me. Look at me now.
Okay, and
Brian, don't go in the road. Don't go in the road, sweetie.
No, I won't.
okay, and if it's safe to do so, I want you to try to get your daughter out of the car.
No, I can't. No, she's locked in the car. I have the lock. I'm keeping her in there.
So he can't get in? Does he have
Yes.
keys?
He cannot get in. Brian, get out of the car! Get out of the road! Get out of the road! He's running across the road. He is going to get hit.
What direction is he going?
Up and down, all around. He's thinking he's directing traffic. He is full-blown lost it.
Okay.
Stay out of the road, sweetie.
They're coming, lights and sirens, as fast as possible, all right? I want you to know that help is on the way, all right?
You need to stay out of the road. Brian, look at the white line. Look at the white line. Get out of the road. Out of the road. No, on the other side, sweetie, on the other side. There you go. Stay on that side.
It's a drill.
No, I'm not in the drill. Oh my gosh.
Okay. And there's a lot of police officers.
Watch out! I'm sorry, what?
There's a lot of people coming to help you, all right? I want you to...
Thank you. Cannot believe he's doing this.
You are doing a great job, okay? There's not much you can do in this. You're doing a great job.
No, stay out. Stay out of the road. No, stay out of the road, sweetie.
Ann, are you in the car?
No, I'm out, and my daughter's in the car. I can't do this.
Okay. All right. I need you to try to spell your last name for me. It's very garbled over the cell phone. Okay?
C-A-R-C-A-L-L.
A-L-L, okay.
Yeah. No, Brian. Just put your pants and your shirt on, please. She's in the car.
And
he's chasing after cars that have pulled over to help.
And yelling after I know you're upset.
She's running.
I know you're upset.
Oh, God.
You were doing a good job, okay?
Where are they?
They're coming, lights, and so they got to make sure that they can be together just in case he does anything dangerous, okay? So they're waiting to group, and then they're going to come and...
Just go. The cops are coming. Please just go. People are pulling over to help, and he's going to freak out on one of them. Just go. Oh, my gosh.
What I want you to do is just make sure that you're safe throughout this whole thing, okay? And
I am. I just want my...
They're coming as fast as possible.
I'm really scared he's going to jump in front of a moving car.
I don't want you to go out into traffic and try to stop them.
Oh, no. Well, don't worry. Believe me. He's accountable for his own... Put on your clothes! They're here.
They're there? Okay, I'm going to let you go.
Thank you.
You did a good job, Mark.
Thank you.
Bye.
A deadly scene in Serbia. 8 students and a security guard are dead after a shooting at a school. Now, this happened in the capital city of Belgrade. 6 other students, as well as a teacher, were wounded.
This was the list of children that he intended to kill. He did it alone. He made the plan by himself. The plan of entering the school of Exeter. It was found on his desk, and as he said, he determined the priority targets. This sketch looks like a video game, a horror movie.
Michael Madison was given the death penalty for murdering 18-year-old Sherelda Terry, 38-year-old Angela Deskins, and 28-year-old Shatisha Sheely in Ohio in July 2013.
the sentence of death is imposed upon the defendant, Michael Madison, on counts 1, 4, and 7. You cajoled, lured, and deceived Shatisha Shealy, Angela Deskins, and Sherelda Terry to your apartment for your depraved purposes. You went on to abuse the corpses of these 3 victims. You stripped them from the waist down. You folded them in half, binding them so that their feet were up by their ears. You wrapped them in multiple layers of trash bags, and you discarded them.
Van Terry, the father of Sherelda Terry, was caught on camera leaping over a table to attack Madison in 2016, who smirked as he learned of his fate.
You can't resist it, the city lights, I live for the moment, need you in my life, anything to feel alive, race through the back streets, gotta